My work is about a very different approach to this part of the economy. It's about what happens when government bodies use their leverage in the way they use their leverage to make the jobs market run as smoothly as possible. What happens if they did that, if they went beyond jobs and did that with the sharing economy, with irregular work, with all the kind of ad hoc transactions that Sarah's talking about? Well, one of the things that could happen is you could have a much deeper market, much wider market, because one of the problems that we've already talked about on this panel is the silos. You know, you go from Uber to Airbnb to walkmydog.com to TaskRabbit. But actually, maybe the issue for me is I'm willing to do all sorts of work. What I need is data. And I've just jotted down 3 quotes from my fellow panelists. Shelby said, well, there's not a lot of great stats about this world. Stephen said, well, Uber is collecting an awful lot of data. And Sarah was saying about waiting to be hired. Data is a key point here. We're in the era of big data everywhere except the sharing economy. What Sarah needed, I suggest, is something that said, look, this is where you live. You're willing to travel up to 5 miles from home. You should be doing dog walking on Monday mornings if you want to maximize your income. You should be doing luggage hire over the weekends. You should be doing cleaning on Fridays, because that's how your local market works, and this is what you could be earning, and this is what the utilization rate is. In other words, if you're trying to sell 10 hours, you can only expect to sell 4. This is the kind of data that's absolutely lacking in the current model, and that's just one of the problems with the current model. So yeah, so beyondjobs.com is a kind of laboratory. The British government has funded some pretty whizzo technology that could be the basis for this kind of platform for much wider, deeper, more informed, low overhead markets in the sharing economy. And the issue now for us is how you get the big demand that these advanced markets need in any area to get off the ground. So there's market making involved. When you go beyond the kind of listing site model, you're into a whole set of market making issues. And this is true of all sorts of advanced markets, not just in irregular work sharing economy. So that's what we do. And yeah, what I'd say about the sharing economy is what you're seeing now is just an inkling of what's possible. But government bodies are the sleeping giants here. When they wake up to this kind of transaction, when they realize that going on spending billions on job creation may not be the best approach to the problems of automation and so on that Stephen identified, that's when this space is going to get really, really interesting and potent for a lot of workers.